Una good evening. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. Wherever you are watching us from. Una not say weekend like this on Sunday. Now they look beautiful and talk about art. So 4 hours ago, around kind to 5. Now my sister called me. They tell me say, call me, they tell me say this our beautiful sister. Her name is Cynthia. Say she when she don't go resemble the Regina Daniels. Almost look alike. She lost her life here for Milan after giving birth to that her baby. Now welcome. So, and the baby father, they're very young, eh? When I go here from then, I see the baby. Oh my God. It's something wicked me. Say she don't born finish with CS. She don't born finish with CS. Say after some days. I beg, I don't need any problem. I don't come out. Okay. I think it's okay like this. We are not celebrating, okay? This is sad news. 26 years old girl, our Nigerian sister. So she was living because she's worse now because she's not more alive. In Milan, the baby is just 2-3 weeks old, and our burial will be taking place on Tuesday in Milan. So I want to help anybody that lives in Milan, please. You should excuse a day to give the last salute to this our sister. Doesn't mean we must know ourselves physically first before we go show our sympathy to the person or to the person's family. So it's really hard bleeding. Say if to say in Africa now we talk say there is no good equipment, no good hospital, no good doctors. So I don't really understand what really transpired later. Because she don't born already, she was okay. Just that the same way they for operate am, ill. They say blood dey there. As they reopen the place now to comot the blood, say get an internal bleeding. And so she enter coma. Oh my God. From coma now, she gave up the ghost. So the problem now is the baby. The boy is very young too. Most of them, I don't know how I hear from her now. Under na camp in there, I don't know. Yeah, no, na camp in there. The boy dey on that camp. The girl dey on that camp. So now what did the girl talk for ground for camp? And I said they wanted to follow them. Now say the girl say no get sister, no get brother. Or they don't even talk of the boyfriend, now the baby father. So it's something they complicated. I don't know as we. I shall not where God no fit do. I'm more fair here. Make we understand the story very well and we see where we go fit put our help. Okay. So this kind of atmosphere, we don't need to play any music. Let us pray. We pray for protection over our family, over our loved ones. Psalm 91. Mm. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the follower and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feather, and under His wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrows that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at new day. 1,000 shall fall at our side, and 10,000 at our right hand, but it shall never come near thee. Only with our eyes which shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, our habitation. There shall no evil befall us, neither any plague come near our dwelling. For He shall give His angel over thee to keep us in our way. They shall bear up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon, thou shalt trample under feet. Because He has set His love upon us, therefore we deliver Him, and I will set Him on high, because He hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy and show him my salvation. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise the holy name. Hallelujah. Yes, so in any way there's no could thank our God. We still have to thank God. Okay. The pikin, they are alive, they healthy. Now the solution for the pikin how to come out the pikin from the social hands. Oh my God. Look at her. Kai. Ah, wow. I cannot show the boyfriend. Yeah, I call the friend, make it come, make she explain for us more better, and then I be good mama, you are looking sweet, mama. Sister Grace, for this man when my face done like this. Thank you, Sha. Same to you, Sister Faith. You are welcome, Sister Grace. Sister Grace, thank you, Sister Faith. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, Bogia, Sister Sawi, Bogia, Sister Sandra. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Sister Do. So, I bet you feel explain, you feel re-explain everything as you tell me this afternoon.
Okay. I say my best friend, her name is Cynthia. She did Milan. What happened be say she gave birth, so when it did about 8 months, 8 months, yeah, she goes hospital because she get some cramps and all of that. So they got to ask me, she know what they time marriage, where she go house. Till tell me she'll come back, so she can't go house after much treatment and everything. So when it did 9 months, 9 months, she got a piece some cramps, so she can't go back to the hospital. So from there, they say she not go fit push. They need to operate the operator, remove the baby. So they call operator to remove the baby. She was fine. She was okay. So, but she got there. So she called me. She called me. She told me say, they say she get fever. Say she not fit go. She not fit go out. She not fit come out. Don't let her come out for bed. I was like, I wish I be fever. I'm gonna let you go house. Maybe I go take all those like if I saw those things, say wash your system and all of that. She said let her come out. She went able to come out. Not give me she come out. So she did the fever, matter fever. She tell me. So she let go like 1 week again for there. The same fever. I just come and tell me that they say the place there for operate her. They say blood did there. They need to open there again, clean them again. I was like, which kind of thing be all this one? Which kind of thing? Not be she start with the bone. Not be she be the first way to bone. So she goes okay. She go theater. Don't go clean. Like no problem. So they go. She come back. We talk again for video call. So I surprised on the 14th. Then she called me on the 14th of April.
Of April 2021, just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago. She called me. She called me for video call. She let me say, say pray for me, oh. They pray for me, oh. She was like crying. I said, what did happen? What did you have this oxygen they put for your nose? What did they happen? Don't like this. Let me say, she not that kind of stuff again, oh. Must pray for her. She don't want that. I was like, don't worry, you're not going to die. Calm down. Nothing will happen to you. So she got me say she left. I can't screenshot our live video this to fuck her and go church that same Wednesday because we get prayer meeting that day. So I stay church and everybody keep praying for her. As I come back, I try to call her again, make her say her, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. We don't pray. And I found the ring, she know the pick her again, she know the pick again. I was worried. As a teacher, they know the entire road. I was still worried. So that was on the 15th. I still tried same thing, nothing. Before one of my friends from Milan, she come send me picture. That is a picture of her when she did the coma. She just did lifeless. I don't know if you will explain. So I was like,
oh, this your friend? This your friend still go visit her for hospital?
Yes, you said before we did the same camp.
Before. Okay.
This is the camp for Milan. For me, come on for there when I get, let me come on for there. Come be my husband. So my friend said the guy did the same place for there. Now she could tell me, she send me the picture. Say, see her, she got it there. Now I said, this one was serious. So everybody, see, they travel, they pray, everything just they go on. So the first way they said they would have for us, they want to get one of our close friends to have too.
I mean, which tribe this sister be? Which tribe Cynthia be? Benin girl. Oh.
Yeah. So the person when they close to her for the hospital, she got them now they would her. They call the parent. What did the father talk? They say, I don't keep person own no. Person not keep my own no.
That's when I call the father for Africa.
Yes, that was the statement. So ever still no hear from people, maybe the boyfriend and people that they talk together, and that I don't know. But for me, I don't hear from the nothing. So it happened before on the 28th of April 2021, just 2 weeks when they give her life oxygen. 2 weeks on 28th, they still remove the oxygen. So now she will give up.
Okay, before that, these 2 weeks when she spent for the mommy, some doctors in Italy are very wicked.
Exactly.
No, maybe we're not talk that one, and that one not 1 year. You cannot say they will save one to kill one. You understand me? Let me want to ask you now, the person where they go there.
Yes.
What did they talk? Say the way they take treatment for the hospital, the way they take talk to the way they see them. How was this thing? Their report. You understand me?
Yeah, hello, ma.
Hello. The people when they go to visit her before that 2 weeks when she there for coma. How the doctors or the nurses or people who did there, how they you must see their body language if they are doing it as my thought say that they're wicked or
yes.
In otherwise.
I understand you, ma. So that aspect, the right person for us to know the exact body language which they get and the boyfriend, because now they go there to fall. Yeah.
Okay, the boy can't go there to fall. I will call her just now. I'll call her just now.
Yes. But now they go there mostly. So now he will give us the exact way as everything, the way the doctor said they react, their effort and everything. So that will make this camera for us.
So, I talk to her now. I'll call her again now. You say since when she died now, you and your husband have been not present so long. Okay, una wan adopt the pikin, abi?
Yes.
What did they come? You never talk to their successor socially, shall? Or who you talk to for the adoption?
Yeah, me and the boyfriend. So I explained to the boyfriend because when I didn't get full access, he get access more than me. You understand?
Yeah.
Because so I explained to him. So okay, make it try. Carry lawyer. At least more explain this case to lawyer because if you say no could do only wiggy, carry person go there, they talk to them say, I'm gonna give me I want it not go happen. Carry lawyer, we need to add more effort to this thing. If not, they will carry the picking from us. Just carry the lawyer. I mean, they just fight this case. If as in, I just know you're not speaking too much.
Okay, now, I dey very speechless. I don't know how to. The girl dey very young, very young. I don't know how to deliberate on this thing, and I never talk to the social. And I'm not saying that there. Me, if I never talk with the people where they in charge, I don't get much to say. Okay. Me and they talk to your husband, the baby father just say, he said people tell us say make you no answer them. No, our people that when they quit the judge. Just like this brother right now say some Italian doctors are wicked. Me, I never see me gonna let us still see him, okay? So the one where you know rich now you talk now, Abby?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Make I call the baby father, then I'll call you later. Join us, right?
Okay, ma. Okay, ma.
Ciao.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My people, the thing is strong well. The thing is strong well. Very young girl. See how they catch me. Everywhere it seems so. Oh, Sister Sandra never finished for that side. They call Sister Sandra. Sister Betty, you are welcome. Sister John, you are welcome.
Poste mobile, servizio di segreteria.
I tell her, say I go call her now. And people, I won't do this one. Sister kind you go adopt am. We need a serious not be adopting. As we do that late sister Tina home. Okay. As we do that late sister Tina home, and the end they can't give the pikin to they can't give babysitter. That they can't after the way they can't rent mother for the father when they take care of the baby now.
Poste mobile, servizio di
I said I could call on when no call phone. Me I call Sister Sandra because this thing, if I not talk to the social, sister, you welcome. Me I call sister. We're supposed to do this thing this evening about blood pressure because of you marry Italian man. If not, you will see their wickedness. If they go hospital, don't go alone. Brother Salvatore, before you can say that here, I better tell me, you were not married to a white woman. Una country one for married black and black. I bet what did happen there? Brother Salvatore? Don't say because you are married to a white man. What does that mean? What do you mean by married to a white man? What is the name? What is the meaning of married to a white man? We like all around still in our country. Now let me I get problem with una. Una country, yeah, that's they oppress this woman. 2 weeks, the place no right. I don't know the sister where they come. 2 weeks, the place no, the place no right therapy. You know him. They open up again. He can't get internal bleeding. They try their possible best to save her. Sister Granny Gloria, I want to make you help me call inside this topic. Because she can't get internal bleeding. At the end now, she can't go and come. After I come and after some weeks, 10 a week she died. But I tell you that some Italian doctors, they are wicked. If they are going to hospital, they should go with somebody. The one when they go carry a pregnant woman to the hospital for Nigeria, without not get money to pay tickets, and the person go die, pikin go die. Please, oh, don't, please. Okay? Hello, sister.
Good evening, Mama Gladys. Good evening, everyone.
Sister, you are welcome.
What happened to her? Actually, I had the same experience, and this is America, so this.
Okay, let me tell them, I beg.
So when I had my daughter, she came in earlier, 6 months, and I was even the one who told the doctor, take this baby out. My daughter.
My sister, speak louder. Sorry, but I'm not gonna speaker here.
Okay. So
sorry,
When I was 6 months old.
Your pregnancy was 6 months old.
Yes, my daughter didn't want to stay inside my womb anymore. She was like restless, wanted to get out. So the nurses came and the doctor came, and I said to the doctor, listen, take this baby out of me now. I don't care if you have to knock me out. You under general anesthesia, go ahead. So he did. He listened to me, thank God. So having my daughter earlier, after having her, I wasn't healing.
Which means it was by CS, right?
I had C-section.
Okay, C-section.
But the C-section that I had got infected. So when it got infected and I was home, so what I did, I pushed out the whole pus inside the C-section. So I end up going back to the doctor to tell them that it's infected, but I pushed out the whole pus that was in the wound. So when I had the appointment with him, he told me this is what is going to happen. They are either going to open me up and leave it open and let my body heal. So basically, he will, because they don't know there was something in there. So I went to do a test. They found that there was something between my muscle that is some fluid. You know, when somebody has a C-section, they open you up. They go through the muscles. So inside that muscle, when they are dead, it's like they pour water to rinse. So the water that was used to rinse me now got stuck in between my muscles. So I had to have an ultrasound. When I had an ultrasound, there was still something in there. That was why the water became pus. And he decided if he's going to go back and open me up, he's going to leave that wound open. So basically, my stomach is going to be open and let my body heal. So thank God I pushed out the whole pus and everything at home that I did. That was what saved me. And after doing that, I'm telling you, I had multiple X-ray. When I tell you multiple, every other day I was having X-ray. Why am I?
No, listen, the something from pus, okay? And they found there was an internal bleeding.
Yeah, that is what mine happened, like in between the muscles. That's what I'm saying. I have similar experience.
Okay. Okay, why she can't fall in, why she can't enter coma?
Because, you know, think about it, that pus is infection. I pushed mine out. I sat down at home and pushed out the whole pus that was infecting in that area that I had a cut on. So she took
hold on small. Hold on, come. Hello, Star. Hello, Star. Yeah, call her. You call me 10 minutes time. Me don't laugh na la deba me get my pan on who of here la. It's on the right nonsense here, say Italian government. So,
Hello?
but, sister, sorry, Bona, it's Sandra where I call since. Okay, this one, she can't get internal bleeding. She can't fall in coma, platelet
Yes.
fall in coma.
Yeah, so what happened is she was probably bleeding. After that C-section, she was probably bleeding. What they probably failed to do was to do an ultrasound to figure out what was going on. I told you with my case, I had to do an ultrasound.
No, Milano Hospital is one of the best. Not be there the other sister when it there for with 6 months pregnancy, they come carry out in 9 months, 8 months and a half before they born. So I think they will have tried their possible best to do many things now. Happy?
Yeah, but Mama, I tell you something. America has the best medical whatever in the world, but I'm telling you, I had the same experience. We all have to educate ourselves that when you have something going on with yourself, you have to tell the doctor to say, listen, my body is not normal. Something is not right. You know, for some of us, we sit there and think,
I bet, hold on. Sorry, sister, the baby father is online. Hello.
okay. Hello?
Okay, brother, let me call you 5 minutes time, please. I will call you 5 minutes time.
Okay.
Okay, sister, back. Quick.
So if they would have done an ultrasound, she would have told them that something is not right. If she would have.
No, she's already in coma now.
Yeah, but it was too late already. The bleeding, she hemorrhaged. There was hemorrhage. She was bleeding in there, and they couldn't figure that on time. And sometimes when that happens, the doctors don't find out on time. They don't. You know, and remember, we are Africa. We try to be strong. No, this has nothing to do with being strong and tough.
I say when they call the father for Africa, the father say he no kill person, your person no go kill you. And the one where the parents still no rich now.
Yeah, the issue is we have to educate ourselves to know and know ourselves when something is wrong. We really have to tell somebody, a doctor. A doctor doesn't know you. You know, a doctor has more than 100.
But you don't say, okay, you know, say you study this girl and she knows, maybe she not study, she don't know anything.
That's what I'm saying.
And there are many like that now. Maybe it happened to my enemy years ago when I just received my first baby. Maybe I would have been out of this thing.
It happens here. I mean, the doctor almost killed me. A doctor almost killed me. I had miscarriage. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stories that I will tell you, you'll be shocked. I had miscarriage, and I wanted to travel to London. And this guy, my body was not normal. He was giving me a different diagnosis, and I was telling him something else. I said, my body is not normal. He was misdiagnosing me. And then guess what I did? I went looking for somebody else. I had 6 doctors in the operating room to find out what is going on with me with the camera in the theater. That is the extent that I went. 6 doctors. The doctor ran. 6 doctors. Think about it. I had miscarriage. He didn't remove the placenta.
Oh my God.
Yes. I had the baby, but there was some chunk of placenta that was left inside me. Luckily for me, there was blood still feeding the placenta. That would have killed me.
Oh my God.
That is what I'm telling you. And this is America. This is what I'm telling you.
Okay, this sister home now. After she fell in coma, and after 10 days, she gave up the ghost. So right now the baby now, if they say that what she talk for the starting, now the doctors they take talk now say, you know get, to say get sister here, you know get brother, and the baby father now, may I call the boy that make it explain more better for us.
Oh, I mean, the only thing I would advise before you call him is to have a blood work. Make sure it proves he's the father of the baby. If it proves he's the father of the baby, you can find
because the person will tell me, now make we ask the boy, because say the boy they talk say no be him get the pikin, so he need DNA before.
There's a problem. They're not going to. He will never get that baby.
No, the boy never said that. That was between the girl and the baby father.
I don't know. The story, Mama, the story gets leg. I mean, let him talk, Sha. Let's hear from him.
Let's hear from him first. Okay, but stay with us. I'll call you later.
Okay.
Call the cash me, I'll carry Jacana. Unigbeme.
Hello?
Hello, brother.
Uh-huh.
Do are you there?
I do.
They will not for yeah. So I asked Sister Gloria, and the one where she still no reach. So he said, now you go give us more information. What did really happen after she gave birth?
Okay, the Cynthia about
Yeah, Cynthia, yeah.
what do you have about give birth now? After 2 days after the birth, she got the sick. The
Okay.
doctor say na BP. The rest na BP.
She felt get BP before she gave birth.
After she don't give birth.
No, before she gave birth, she don't get BP.
Yeah, before she gave birth, if I get BP, he go hospital for checkup.
Okay.
So the doctor say she don't go house because she get BP.
Okay.
Then he can't stay hospital for 1 week.
Okay.
After 1 week, the BP come down.
Okay.
They can't discharge her again. They can't discharge her.
Okay.
Then she says she spent 1 week again for house. They can't still go back to hospital for checkup. And at this that one when she go back now, they can't tell her where she stay till she can't give birth.
Okay.
So after she don't give birth now, doctor say the BP still there. They do. Later I say the BP don't see finish. But what they can't do now fever. Her body come the hot. Her temperature when they come reach almost 40 instead of 36.
My God.
Huh?
I said, my God, yeah.
You gotta go 40, 39.5. Almost because I see with my eyes. Then later on, you gonna let the fever come the reduce small. Then she comes out get problem for breathing. So they breathe. If you don't breathe, you can't breathe high. You can't breathe high. So doctor going to say, he don't know why this thing, as in from this one to this one, from this one to this one. They come carry and go scanning, they check. They see he say they see something for her belly, something like that. Maybe now they cause all these things. They come see do a second operation to check the thing, They check do a second operation. Doctor say you don't see anything for her belly. So he come like that, come see confused. They don't know what they do her. But she get problem for breathing, not going to breathe well again. Then from there again, the thing was he can't use oxygen to breathe. He can't go to the hospital, he can't use oxygen to breathe. Then later on again,
still after when this time when they call it give an oxygen to they breathe, the doctors are supposed to do exam, they do many things, they still not see anything when they happen.
They do exam, they do every day, they carry our blood more than 3 to 4 times in a day, they do exam. Doctors say the exam they do, all the results they come out now, nothing they do her, or something they do her. So young like they can't get confused. Even till after she don't still die, they do the test till now safe. As before they put her on mortuary, they still do tests. They say they never still know what to kill her. As in they never still know why they tell her kill her no show. Be show. So after once she can't get they can't get problem for breathing. And that one reached like 4 days, we're going to use oxygen for 4 days. Then later, her heart can't stop. You're not going to work again. Her heart stopped for 2 hours, good 2 hours. Now that when her heart is done, she did enter that coma. When she spent 16 days now before she gave up.
Oh my God.
Her heart stopped for 2 hours. Nothing can they work for her body again. He got all be like, say how the heart so that the person will be like person say don't die. So they're going to machine they revive her life. That is
Which was because somebody I not said this one the right way, I don't even block her just now. If they talk same some doctors they are wicked, I say no this will not be doctor way wicked, now be the question what would they and now say you were supposed to know the body language of the daughter wey wicked or as far as they carry out the exam they do everything, so there was not a sign of wicked daughter there that want her to die now, abi.
Yeah, they do it now. They do everything now. Even now, 20 doctors even work. When I go hospital last now, they said that 20 doctors even work. They transfer and go out the whole department for hospital.
Okay.
No, doctors, no, I don't blame them. No, they really try. Just that.
Okay, you see, I'm thank God, brother Salvatore, bye. You are always controversing here. I don't want, please, I don't want anybody to controverse me. Even though not so na country, na better pass. Me wanna go back to the country. That's why I talk English. Before you come, they accuse me say because I'm married to Italian man. If the help where the European people they give una see 10% like that from the country, una for not there here. So right now, the pikin now, like how many weeks? Since we say spend 2 weeks for in coma when he born, which with the pikin don't they go a month plus now?
Yeah, the pikin dey a month plus now. Now 24 of March, now they born the pikin. So it don't go a month plus now. The pikin dey.
March 24th of April. Okay. Waiting for the pikin now. It dey for the pikin. They okay with weight, with earth and everything, abi?
Yeah, she did okay. She did okay.
What did they call a talk now for the pikin? Before your baby mama that Cynthia that she confirmed her to the say that you be the father.
Yeah. We don't already sign. Yeah.
Okay, we thank God for that. Okay.
We don't already sign. Yeah,
Okay.
before she go, we don't already sign that one.
Okay.
When they talk about the pikin, you know, say even before Cynthia died, before she died, government then don't know say she no fit make her. So they come to ask me one kind question. No, they first ask Cynthia whether she get a person for a year. Cynthia come to them say she don't get anybody for a year. Say Monday she come. And they come still call camp people. Know that she take camp now. And doctors they communicate with camp. They come still call camp people. They come still ask them whether Cynthia get a person for a year. They say Cynthia no get anybody. And they come still ask me whether we get a person for a year. Because they say I don't get anybody. Because they ask them why not they ask this kind of question. They say they only ask in case because they're not sure, they don't get assurance that maybe Cynthia will feel make her.
Go feel make am okay.
They don't talk like that. They don't say everybody as they don't. You have to don't put the word. That is even though she make her, she know if you take care of the baby because it could take time before she could recover. As they you get the way to bend the word. Me gonna say I don't know. They're gonna tell me what that mean. I feel I get anybody know if you take care of the baby. Me gonna tell them they know they ask me that kind of question because the mother still there alive. Why did they ask me that kind of question? I can't just verse. I don't give them any answer. So to the extent now when we say she can't die now. After she don't die, they say they don't feel give me the baby. Say only me know if you take care of the baby because of my work and everything. So I don't feel they do everything. Only and I was say okay, what I want to do now? They say they need to give the baby to our assistant socially. Say not we say they will adopt some, but now Afido they call her. They will
Afito, yes, rent a mother, yeah.
That job like Afido.
Yeah, that's Afido. They rent a mother for her foster house, yeah.
They rent a mother for her. Then Afido see the baby anytime I want to see her. Then I will feel still collect her anytime I want to collect her. I will feel collect her. Let me see if I don't get like person when go take beside me, when go fit take care of her. I can't say okay. Then I can't say tell her sisters, send her sisters when I still know for you. See what they talk with, all those are all the pressure me say no, anything I go make them take the baby, they don't give me again. Then I can't say go back to the hospital, I ask them, see what thing they hear for her, because me never experience this kind of thing. They say if I collect her, then I know will give me the baby again. They say no, then they will give me because now I feel to say the ones who don't they give now, the ones who say they collect the baby from them out of violence or they don't fit take care of the child or as in they treat the child anyhow, they will take them, they will give them back again. But
that one that show okay. That one Afido a diverso that adoption the one that will adopt am out. Yeah, adoption. Okay. Now the doctor they tell you now or na sister society they tell you now.
Our assistant socially and doctor, two of them.
Okay, you with the assistant social worker, they talk every time.
Yeah, we talk.
Okay, the people where they the camp, what did the people where the camp where since what did they talk now?
Camp say, even when I even go there, like, Camp say they don't get anything to talk on anything like baby because now my name now ain't there, so not be camp name.
Okay.
So they don't get anything to talk.
Okay.
So okay, I can't think about the sisters. I gotta still they said they will give me. They said I feed do not be adults. They want adult the baby.
No problem. We're not saying
Calls from people.
No, listen to I don't be saying I don't listen to Africa. So I bet if the ones who don't know what to say, now the ones where they camp like you, know your put ear, please. Okay?
They say no, greed. They will collect that.
No, give here today. That's why I call Sister Sandra. Call here now. Wait, I'll call you back. Join me. Make I call Sister Sandra. Let Sister Shoshali give the baby to a family. No, sister, fine, but we have to go with them. They can't adopt the baby because there is the father present here. We thank God for that. Don't mind them. Okay, brother, I know it to stay with you. Make I call Sister Sandra. Tomorrow, you'll give me the Sister Shoshali phone number. We won't involve ourselves inside. Okay. If they give her to Italian family or any family where they won't give her to, we don't have problem. But so far make we not come say after 3 months they can't cut you out. You hear? I'll call you back. Okay. Hello, yeah.
Hello, Abota.
Hey, yeah, good evening. You're welcome.
My sister, well done. Sorry, say
No, you're there for your own program. Why sorry, she will. Anybody
may not be say I know what.
No.
This story is a really pathetic one. Of recent, now I do a video for this kind of case.
Okay.
When our women go get belly, they say if they say they know people, they don't go help them. It not make them not make them help them. They must help them. I know people, my fellow Nigerians, I get friends. It better pass you say you don't know anybody.
Make una join one group. I know say Nigeria Association. We want to come join our program. Together Gosonicke Foundation is to help our African brothers and sisters all over the world.
No, what I'm trying to say, not me say they must join Nigeria Association. But you get fellow Nigerians where you be friends.
But you know you can't sister guys they told not be fellow friends, they betray friends, so you understand me?
No, you don't understand. Sister, make with sincere. Because me they follow as things that they call me for some cases like that. When our women they will go find immediately they get belly. They will go assistance social place. Then they ask them, you know anybody? You know me say they will say, go bring that person. I know people. I know many Nigerians. They know me. Okay, if let's assume this particular girl talk this kind of thing down, as this situation be, they ask the husband, he still talk like that. Me can go, you can go.
Well, that's true.
You understand? Definitely they say they don't know anybody. Nobody is an island. You must get one or two friends. You must know your fellow Nigerians. You understand? Okay, let's assume she talk like that now. Any Nigerian person can go there. You say, now me she be the talk. You understand? Or now my sister she be the talk. But in case she give another name, that my sister now he go Nigeria. But I know say if she born at the years I don't put her for mind. Anytime she born, I they come find her. So as this kind of thing happen, I can take over. But for me, as the whole thing is so, let the boy let them put the baby in a fiddle. Because I don't see some of our people. When they'll go carry that picking from social hand, they'll go give maybe their brother a wife, or who they choose as godmother, or who they feel say they pay to. On the long run, they don't feel pay. You understand? Some of these children, it go come turn around again to go to social house. Because that woman where you give her to, if you know they feel carry and go check up, if you know they feel monitor her, health-wise, you don't say such speaking
pikin, I know drink breast milk. So he get the way where doctor will take to give am appointment, where they follow am up. You understand? But if he dey fit though, the father no need to pay anything. You know, go there as he said. So family they go regularly, and what he go do now be say, you attend those social, you get people behind you. As if people say you don't know anybody, supposed not to talk that. I get people behind you. They let one or two people follow you go. Then they see no say you get where you belong. If you don't pretend, they say I belong to Together is God's Family Foundation. Yeah, she has been the one supporting us. She can say if she be Igbo, and if she say I belong to Igbo Association, whereas she not they not they go ask. You understand? They'll see no say any people there behind you. Then anytime you they go, find one or two person where you go follow you. Now know where they put the baby. Now know who the baby they with. Then they'll tell you the time when you will come to see the baby. If you want to they go now, they just tell you say once a month. You will make sure say that once a month, you know they miss her. It happened for Verona here. The baby, thank God now when the boy marry, if he carry the baby, you understand? That if they pay me, make this one they give less to our pregnant women. The guy one where it happened where they call me. Now so the guy say he don't know anybody. He even say the man where the boy where he get belly for, he run liver. But it happened when she woke up, she did coma. You understand? His brother and wife, where they walk, he own a family person. Those ones they were there 24 hours. You understand? But they not agree because their agreement with them was that she don't know anybody. Okay, minus death. Let's assume some of them now they'll just go. If I don't know anybody, I don't care where they go. Then they feel say they don't see where I give you. The best thing they will tell you, you only picking for hospital, then you go. Then they tell them, I get people. Even me with them, not they play day in, day out. But I get people where he get eye on me. When me see get eye on, that I can call upon anytime. Make our women they take that one because
we don't hear you, sister.
If as we they take behave, their doctor be like that. Nobody for the bone carry pikin come out for hospital. The doctors are trying their best for us. Now we be problem to ourselves. Maybe now the message they give her, you know, they take her regularly.
No, that is before she born. That is me no say BP they worry any young person, 26 years old.
If they worry, even some 21 years. Depends on you know what it be this BP. Someday, maybe that time when he just get belly, he just tell the boy say where he get belly for say not be me get her. That see where you just draw for mind once.
Okay, you come on to hypertension, depression.
Oh. That shock. Even if the boy can't agree, or if the boy can't tell her so, to remove that shock for his mind, it they hard. You understand? That's only pregnant women when they follow up. I don't tell them. If you don't get biletto, you don't get ticket, not come up for us. Anything will go make you shock. Not come up for us because some, if you not just buy ticket,
no, I bet this is the develop now because during our time here, I'm no matter mama.
Sister Emma, when so raw, any condition you can take it. Like me get my daughter belly when my mama died. The very time me born my pikin, that day they bury my mama. But he not to shake me. You understand? But if not some, you know, feel resist. He get what it even one when me follow last week now. Now she follow train and as she follow train because you know when they newly opens everybody must go anywhere now. It be like say train full. And if we are jacket, they don't know say she get belly, they tell her sit down. Only that stress in that inside train, it make her get BP. You understand? Until when he come the answer and say, what do they think? You get any problem? Which food you they eat? And pregnant women, they not need to they eat 2 months salt. They don't need to they oil. Wait, this if he block.
But they eat her for Africa now. But they eat her for Africa now.
Doctor, they talk. Sister, that Africa will get some 24 hours.
Okay.
When they make everything wait there our body.
Okay.
Yeah, we get cold. You understand? Doctors, they tell them, you know, we say not be good food, but not the two eater. Because the weather of here is different from the weather of that side. So immediately they born, that BP go just stop. So anytime when you don't see what is sweeter for man, the BP go just lost. But if they get what is the shock they for mind, when they don't talk, now that one they carry longer term of
Okay, sister, this BP now, if she still born, that BP still will vanish automatically. If to say she survive am.
You know, okay, like one way me follow up one about a year ago. Any friend where you just see, say even if not church, they'll say, you were never born before. The day of delivery, now so you go cry, now so you go do this. He can't put that one for me. They call the fear. You understand? Now those ones they cause BP. Anything where they make you fear. You understand? So make our women, waiting me just they tell them. Immediately you get belly and you want borner, put your mind say they cannot take what they pay. No fear. Because that fear they keep person before even the problem where person want face.
Wow.
I just pray make God help this.
Okay, like this one, this a friend will call me say she be one ask for she want adopt the pikin.
If the woman they work, the woman go fit. Na mature woman.
No, na just a young girl like her, na friend.
They no agree. Who go fit? Who they fit give the pikin to? It go be woman where they with man.
No, this one there with your husband. This one there with your husband.
If first get up, if first get pikin.
Yeah.
If he not say that he go fit, then he follow the husband go.
Well, shall go talk to the assistant. I will try make we'll talk to the assistant socially tomorrow.
If the only thing when me go they look sister, when so I don't see some when they go carry like that, go bring baby food, bring pampers, bring this. They will come put the man into stress too. But if the pikin there with the Afido family, the boy go the greet her. The boy not they spend couple. Now in present, now they need. The very time they say come, you come. Even if you know see chance, tell they come they say.
Okay, now you want because that make me get let make me get anxious to call you this evening. You want to tell me that like, if they put this pikin for a fido, they don't go tomorrow change and come adopt them out.
Lie. They not they do that one.
Okay. No, well, no problem. We go. I go.
They don't see the papa again. In case they don't see the papa again, if he run.
No, I go tomorrow. I go put our this thing. I go put my signature. John, I say we did there. No problem.
Thank you very much.
Instead on Tuesday, they won't do the burial. And anybody where they Milan, if I want assist the burial, me I no fit make her now. Like the one where I forgot is starting on that day.
Advise the boy. Make the boy now know say now only he take there for the baby. May he still hold himself strong. May he for still go to visit the baby until when he reach time where he really know. Say he don't marry, he go see woman where he go help her to take care. Me don't see 3 or 4 like that. Immediately they marry, they feel go take their pikin. No,
tomorrow I go give the assistant social my disponibility, totally disposed. So pregnancy actually comes with PP. I never know, but goes away after delivery.
They do. Thank you, ma.
Oh man, where say? Now what if I don't remember? Oh, I think me I just say okay now. Okay now. Oh man, you say take a shower. Oh my God. She the sister said she died of gestational BP. This this killed that girl in London a few months ago. Okay, the one where killed that blogger, that YouTuber. Oh my God, she was showing a lot of symptoms before she died. The doctor missed it. She died of preeclampsia. That is a horrible way to die. Oh my God. Maybe they were not exposed to this kind of case because she was young. Wow. 15 years can have pressure. Some family are prone to high blood pressure. It's also genetic. Some women, hello sister.
Hello?
I see your write up. And you listen to the husband, Abi?
Yes, I did. Like you guys were advising him, the best would be a foster family, foster home for now. Like our sister said, the issue is now if he take that baby, the issue will be, can he support that baby? Babies are expensive, and now the government will look more into him. You understand? Because now all eyes will be on him because of that child. So it is better. I don't know how it is with the foster homes there. Have a good foster home he can visit, like the sister said, visit at least once a month, see what's going on. So long he establishes the father. That's why I mentioned the DNA, to establish at long run, if issues arise in the future, he can always say, listen, this is my child. This is the DNA. It's I'm the father. It's easier that way, and it's all done, than him having the baby now, knowing that he doesn't have that stability right now to support that baby.
But she cannot. He cannot talk about the DNA now because of the situation
for himself. Mama, he can do it for himself. And
okay.
The long run,
Sweet sister Shanti, you're welcome.
Yeah, and the long run issues arise in that case that they say, well, you're not the father, blah, blah, blah. Then he will say, this is the paper. It is established that I'm the father. And this is it. This is the paper that proves I'm the father. So, in Western world, you have to prove something. It's not about saying I'm the father. No, you got to come up with your proof. So that is why I mentioned DNA. So in the aspect of the wife or the girlfriend, there was issues. I never had preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is an issue that arises when a woman is pregnant. Mostly our black women, we have what is called preeclampsia, whereby they are pregnant, most I would say, and they come up with high blood pressure. And the reason, and with the description he described of the wife, that she went into a coma. What happened is when the blood pressure is too high, that person will stroke. So because the blood pressure was too high, and it's more dangerous when the woman have that baby, right after having that baby, because of the surging hormones, the woman is at risk of death at that point. But having that baby saves the woman, but the woman has to be monitored really, really tightly. Because at that point, the surging hormones that babies have and everything, it's a relief. But for the woman, it's very dangerous because that woman's blood pressure can also be as high.
But I never knew that a young age like that would develop a high blood pressure.
The girl, I don't know her name, the one in London, she had the same issue. Remember, she was complaining she was having the digestion and all those things. And before you would know it, bam. That was it for
okay, like sister Sita talk now say these young girls they feel develop because of say the man say maybe not be pikin this and that. But the one went there for London, the husband overloved the pikin.
No, Mama, it's all about diet. It's all about diet. Diet can cause it too. And
no, me I eat any food when I did do.
Yeah, but you remember, Mama, when you were pregnant, that was then. Now the food that they have now is terrible. It's empty calories. And our young ones are not eating healthy. Our young ones are not eating healthy at all.
So you are not telling me that no, even now, food can cost it too. Even a baby can have it.
Yeah, the girl was, think about it, the girl was dancing. The UK girl, she was a dancer, but she said her diet was terrible. if you listen to her tape, go listen to her tape again. She said her diet was terrible. And those are the issues, those are the things that they tell us. And mostly we black are prone to gestational
Okay, you say it's editorially too. But editorially, the sort you come out at that very young age, because this surprised me.
No, but Mama, we blacks are also, we have that predisposition for hypertension as well because of the way our kidney works. Our kidney is related to vitamin D. So that whole process also is what opens up. When you look at the research and everything, blacks have the highest blood pressure.
No, excuse me, but blood pressure, don't say me, I don't go meet doctor, we don't do tests. Doctor say, no, I don't have any, I don't need to take any tablets, I don't need to take any drugs. Now, so yet for the mention, and it's okay. How do you know say a person get blood pressure? Because that's a they know that test to do it. He said, I say, most if I go do jog, if I don't come back, I go do. They say, doctor said, that's why he said, I go to make I lose weight. That said, not be high blood, not be BP. He said, no. So because the thing they fear me, and so make I go pharmacy, I go bring my this thing. When they pharmacy tell they measure me, nothing like that.
The recommended, how you will know you have blood pressure is the recommended blood pressure as of now is 118 over 70. If your number, you put that thing cough in your arm and it's 130 over 85, then you are pre-hypertension. So that is how you're going to know your number. So
yeah, that is when I was feeling this is started around September last year. I've never had that kind of thing. All my mind just you understand me. So I go meet doctor. Doctor check me everything. He said no. He said I go do test. I do test. He said I said make he give me drugs. That's why he said many of my African people they get high blood pressure. But doctor said he not go give me anything. He say I don't get BP. Make I dey go pharmacy. Pharmacy where them ask I dey go every almost 3 times a week. We go measure them. He said they very normal. Test go still dey high small. He can't give me some. Cause some this thing you know say a pharmacy they do their this thing so they do their herbs this thing. All bodies don't the same. Then they do their with like agbo.
yes.
So they can get it they do it by themselves wood with wood. So you can't give you make I put it drop for water. I they drink I think 3 times a week. Nothing happen. You understand me? Nothing happen. So me and the fear say maybe my enemy get them. They never detect her. He said no, I don't have it. So that means the surprise. I have this kind of girl, small girl like this, healthy. Oh my God, high blood pressure. You don't go 300 like that.
Mama, the high blood pressure starts also. Think about this. When somebody is pregnant, let's say somebody who is small. I have a small frame. Somebody is pregnant. I remember when I was pregnant with twins, my doctor was telling me, oh my God, you cannot do this. Your body is too small for it. So think about it. So the heart, think about this heart as big as your hand. And then somebody gets pregnant. You get pregnant. Now your heart is now pumping for 2 people. So because your heart is not used to pumping for 2 people, what happened is now there is going to be a resistance in your vessels. So that resistance is what is causing blood pressure to go high. So the heart now is pumping twice as much, and because it's pumping twice as much, first of all, somebody's pregnant.
Let me go. Continue talking. Let me go and bring my this thing. You know, I don't get. You know it's there for the pharmacy. I go bring out next week. So we are going to talk about it. My own this thing. It can't do booklet for me where they write time, okay? Anytime where I go see write time because because I hear say our people that they take drug. Doctor give me drug. My people, African people, there's all of them they get high blood pressure. Doctor say no go like me high blood pressure. I don't get blood pressure. I go pharmacy. Pharmacy say I don't get. So the thing they fear me.
But Mama, you have to understand some doctors are you have some crazy doctors who are going to see that number deviation, and the doctor is going to be like, oh my God, you have to be on drugs. And then you have another doctor who is going to see that slight deviation, and the doctor is going to say, "Oh, you are okay, you are fine, just keep going, it's normal." So it depends on who.
Okay, which one is now good? The doctor that just give you medicine like that, or the one that don't say no? Because this is my doctor. Anything you say, I go do test. If you don't say anything, you don't give drug. But we have to say, our African people, they say this one get BP. Go make a BP go for my body. You understand me? He do all tests.
If you look at your number and your number is higher,
he said the number is normal. I even see a pharmacy woman that last week say, now only you go tell no to. Okay, we say this thing they kill many people when I die from Nigeria. Now only you the fish they know. In Nigeria, so here they mention my daughter still on the other, they still mention me. Mama, normal. But the thing be somebody there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The issue is the heart is not used to pumping that much.
Okay, which is my heart is okay then.
I don't know. So if you feel if you have to feel yourself that you are okay. If your mind is saying to you,
that was September when my mind was, was about maybe because of the case and all this, but not that. Only me now, when she fights me, this one fight me, the other one only me, you understand me? So I was having that agitation on me. So that makes me to go to doctor. Doctor say make I do test because he don't go give me this thing. He don't go give me a tablet. And as my people, they say they take 2-3 tablets a day. My doctor say no, they give.
This is my advice. If you really want to know what your number is, you wake up same time every day for 7 days. You keep doing what you're doing and taking your blood pressure, let's say 8 or 10 a.m. The machine is like in Amazon, like $20.
No, we have it. My Sabrina, we have it. But just because Sabrina not there, they go pharmacy when they almost 1 kilometers from here. We take just 2 minutes. So that they do my this thing 3 times a week.
You should be doing it every day for 1 week and see if the numbers are the same, it's fine. But whereby the numbers are not the same, and there is that slight, let's say I gave you a number 130/85, then
okay.
That is pre-hypertension. If you have 130/85, that is pre-hypertension.
Okay, if you get over, not down.
130/85.
That you are normal. That is a normal.
No, it's not normal. No, that is not normal. That is pre-hypertension. That is not normal, Mama.
What is pre-hypertension?
Pre-hypertension is stage 1.
And which one can be the stage 1 is the highest?
No, stage 4. Stage 4 is like you have 190/100.
Okay, but somebody writing with sister and say it could be preeclampsia. What is preeclampsia?
The preeclampsia, that is the one I was describing to you, how people who are pregnant, they end up with high blood pressure while they are pregnant. Preeclampsia, that is what that girl died in UK we were discussing before.
Okay.
Yes. So, or gestational hypertension. So, like I was describing before, we get pregnant. As we get pregnant, that load is too much for the heart to carry. So the heart is pumping extra.
And what of people when they carry 3-plate, 4-plate, quadruplet?
Yes, that is why. Do you know how many doctors they have? They have at least 10 doctors around them.
That is in abroad. In Africa, how these poor women, which would have got the safe president? Yes, now cover. You don't see a woman when not see food, you go carry for a 4 pregnancy. You go carry a 3-plate, quadruplet.
But again, Mama, that is why also, the lifespan of Africans is shortened as well. That is why you hear all of a sudden somebody died there. What happened? We don't know. Witches. They will say it's witches. All of a sudden, bam, they'll fall back and die of maybe.
That is true, Shai. That is true.
So yeah, because there is no healthcare practices in Africa too. So either way you look at it, it's fine. And then my auntie died from pregnancy too. He died giving birth. That was back then in 1960s. She died from hemorrhage, bleeding. She bled out. The baby survived. That is what I'm saying to you. They saved the baby and not her. So
he said the age matters. This girl just 26 years old now.
It doesn't
No, somebody said it depend on the age of the pregnancy or depend on my age.
No, yeah, but it doesn't matter. 18-year-old can have it too. 18-year-old can have preeclampsia. If you have 18-year-old, they can have it as well. That is why they say if somebody is too young, you can't have a baby. You have to be in the range of 22 to 30.
Somebody like this should not like that should not be troubled by their husband. And they just told me that I don't want to put down. Say was having some problem with the baby father.
Yeah, but the thing is, maybe she had it already, and then the stress of that as well. That's what I'm saying, is everything together, everything added up together. If you talk about stress, what about our parents that had us? They had stress. So when you talk about that, preeclampsia is something we have to educate ourselves, educate our daughters. The signs were there when the girl was having that preeclampsia already. I'm surprised they didn't catch it. The blood pressure is the issue already. If somebody comes into the hospital,
which is this high blood pressure. Now with he said they were almost taking doing 4 or 5 type of test every day. Okay, when they come make, they can't go see blood for where they for do the chaser this thing.
That's what it was. Because think about it, there is muscle in between. So when they are operating someone, they put water. They will put water to clear out the tissues and everything.
Yeah.
For the doctor to see. So that water will seep in between there, or they cut a vein in there.
My phone number is here. Diana. My number is here. I hear you.
So that it could be something they cut in there. The doctor did, or anything at all. So, but that notwithstanding, the issue was the blood pressure. The blood pressure was not controlled. I wonder if they were giving her medication and she wasn't taking it too. Our people.
Okay, that one, please, please, it can be running in the family. The trouble by their husbands double. Where.
Yeah, but Mama, if they were giving her medication.
I think for the year now, the medication is very important. Anything when they find out, we know they take away no. So parents will put us not drink or you not drink, by the way. Don't come follow your parents' mat for where they're Africa. They are not here. Believe me, the other day I even tell my daughter when my first girl will not give her born again for the second time, I talk her. I start this thing labor 8 o'clock in the morning. My master make alone they give me this thing to soften the stomach, to soften the belly, okay? They give me something like a push, okay, so that my master cannot drink. You know that I was not taking it. I have to start 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the evening, picking head, come bend. Even carry my picking come out. Mind because I can't say a muscle my picking won't be. I had come bend, which he take the push, she nearly die, yo. Just because my mother was telling me not to take anything when they give me.
That is another, we are so superstitious.
Please, my people.
If they give you medication, if you really want to do
you have to take it. You are not in Africa. You are not in Africa.
Mama, there is Google. Type the name of that medication they gave you. On Google, you will see the medication. There's going to be instruction and what is the medication for?
No, I was already in labor. It just that there was the water don't burst, but there was not the dilatation.
Yeah,
so they can't give me something like push. That thing will be like it's something if you drink and be like this thing blah for those I know I said talking. It be like gel. So to soften I not drink them. I go put her for water, I go to let go through here. It will be easier for me to hope, but I don't drink that thing. For 12 hours, picking head, come out, you come bend, go one side. Huh?
So maybe they gave her medication. She wasn't.
Maybe she was not even taking it.
Yeah, and that was also one of the reasons too. So with blood pressure, and the blood will go, if you think about how blood pressure works too, if the heart is not getting enough blood, every other blood everywhere is not going to be drawn out because the heart, the master organ wants it. The heart wants it. So he will cut off all blood circulation to everywhere. and also the force. Think about the force of that blood pressure the blood trying to go through that vessel wall. The pushing, it's like you take a small shopping cart and you go into a small space and you go bam. You're trying to that's what the blood, that's how it is. And then what happened is you get high blood pressure with that force alone, the vessels, the walls, and everything. So that's why with the medication, what blood pressure medication does is it relaxes the vascular walls. So when the vascular walls are relaxed, the blood can pass through easily, rather than that force of that shopping cart going into a small space. Or the shopping cart is the blood, and you're trying to push that small shopping cart through a small place. It cannot. So if you take medication, there are different types of medication you can take for blood pressure. Depends on what works for someone. So
wow.
it's advisable, we all, unfortunately, this is life. We all have to live this life. And in order to live this life and enjoy, we have to take care of ourselves.
So, it's high blood pressure, don't delete them. It can even cause heart attack, cause stroke, like when we happen to that, and not be happen to that girl, that Jesus will get stroke, shall we?
For the kidney, so high blood pressure destroyed her kidney. So the kidney wasn't filtering the urea, ammonia out of her system. So the whole chemical was stuck in her system, and that also drained the tissue and everything. So the kidney, now that the kidney is dead, it's followed by liver, and then the heart.
So this high blood pressure now you'll be the king or the queen of everything for body then.
Yeah, because blood pressure leads to strokes. It leads to death. It leads to a lot of things, coma, everything. Even when the husband was describing it, I said it's blood pressure already. When he said she went into coma, I said this is the work of blood pressure. This is it. It leads to stroke because think about it, it's too high. The body cannot sustain it. The numbers are too high. If you have a 200, even 180 over 100, the bottom number 100, 97 is terrible. 90, you get 95, and then 100, that person is stroking out already. And then you get to 100. That is not good at all. And then you look at the bottom number. The only way somebody is allowed to have that kind of blood pressure is when they have a stroke. And I do have a patient actually yesterday who had
I bet they talk and they come make a phone door for them.
I actually have a patient who has a permission hypertension. So this guy has a stroke. And the blood pressure can go as high as 212 over 110. 100, 110. That is permissible because the stroke this guy has is not in the brain. So because of stroke, he doesn't have the hemorrhage stroke. He can do that. But people who have the regular stroke, they can, they can do that compared to hemorrhage. Hemorrhage stroke means bleeding in the brain. A stroke that happens in the brain, the vessel in the brain, the pressure was too high. The vessel in the brain, the pressure was too high, and what happened is, boom, because of the high pressure, the vessel explodes in the brain.
I beg, no talk am again.
It's sad. Mama, I have 3 stroke patients now on the floor. I'm telling you. 3.
Because of high blood pressure.
Yes, because of high blood pressure. And these are white people. These are not black. These are white people. And they are not big, so they're small. So,
okay.
Food can cause it. When you touch
Hello, please. I will call you back. Sorry. And the talk, sister, finish. I will call you back, madam. The talk and they finish.
So what causes high blood pressure is also our vessels. When our vessels, the food we eat, all those parts we eat goes into the vessels and then blocks the blood flow of the vessel as well. That causes, hypertension and all those things. And all those can lead to stroke, coma, everything, you know, and everything else that happens that comes with stroke. Or even
Hey, man. Don't make you think of all this one. Most of us just take our life they play then.
it is, it's true. And that is why some people, you see some people now, like the people now I told you that they have stroke, they don't have good memories anymore. Because of that stroke now, they are not thinking straight. And you could see they have weakness. What I mean by they're not thinking straight means they are, my father said, let me tell you, my father had 7 strokes. He had 7 strokes lead up to be 90 years old. But at the same time, here, if somebody is having stroke, that window of 3 hours, you got to be in the hospital because then they will give you medication to dissolve this clot in the vessel. So you have that 3-hour window of stroke. That is why, you know, survival here, education is very important. They tell you if your face is weak, your hands are weak, mostly for men, but for women, the symptoms are like anything. They can have indigestion, back pain, chest pain, anything at all. A weakness on the arm, they are throwing up.
But this girl no fat tonight. Why everybody say fat? This girl no fat now. This girl.
You don't need to be fat. If the vessels, that's why you have the visceral fat, which is in the body, not the one outside.
Look at this. So, this was small girl.
So you know, we just have to educate ourselves.
No, sisters, make we know how so instead of Maggie not be salt full am. Now Maggie was past now.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mama, even if those they say it's no salt, you have to look at what else do they have.
Look at a beautiful baby girl, very, very beautiful. Oh.
If you look
wow.
Mama, when you look at the food, you shouldn't buy anything that has sodium. Anything from 5 down is good, but 5 up, forget it. If you have 6, 7, forget it.
Look at how beautiful she is. Angela said I was 25 when I had it. It's not for his war, it's fear of food. Jesus.
So, Mama, that's other people.
Okay, thank you very much, sister. Thank you. Well, at the end of the same program, we also wanted to talk about high blood pressure this evening. And then we still educate almost the same thing. We got to deliberate on our next week because I go pharmacy, they'll give me that drop, the drop of this thing where they put for water 3 times a week. I will bring a have a natural something because doctor not give me tablets. Okay, next week.
Blood pressure is 118 over 70, 118 over 70 is the normal rate.
Okay.
Good evening.
Okay.
Over 70.
Good evening, mother.
I'm a sister, I'm coming. Okay, that's American sister. Thank you very much. Let me okay. Bye-bye. Hello, sister, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Please, this preeclampsia of a thing, I had a similar problem when I was, all through my 3 pregnancies, I had preeclampsia. But
okay.
The second pregnancy was not all that, not too bad, but it was being controlled. The problem we have in, personally, I reside, you can see my number where I'm residing. The problem we normally have about this pregnancy blood pressure, though some are hereditary from the family line, while some lifestyle, not eating healthy, and secondly, there are times you might be having the symptoms that your health generally is not really fine. But the luck we do have is if you have opportunity to be pregnant, you know, when you are pregnant here, they run a lot of exams. So, secondly, is when the doctors are giving you instruction, you need to listen carefully.
Okay, and I have to take all the precaution, all the drugs, Sabi?
Yes, because most times if like people that are having a risky pregnancy, sometimes they don't allow them to go to health centers. They prefer you to go to obstetricians, those people that are professional.
Yeah.
To manage people that have a health problem.
And if the doctor is like advising you to come and stay in the hospital for you to be properly monitored
We not
during
go stay.
the
So not they stay. We no African food. So not they stay. Look at us.
yes.
How this guy? How does this kind of person just die? Just tell me for prayer to give birth. Huh?
Me, I gave birth 2 months ago. I had very high level of preeclampsia that was very risky, but as God may have it, I stayed
Congratulations to you, both
I
sister.
took my drugs.
Now you took they put you on drugs, sister. Hold on. They put you on drugs before you the delivering and after delivering.
Yes, because they knew my history. When you're having blood pressure, if they've known your history, the early stage of your pregnancy, maybe after 12 weeks, they will place you on a high blood pressure therapy. There are medication they do give pregnant women, like for Prandata, and they will be giving you cardio-aspirin to avoid heart attack or blood
No,
clots.
cardio aspirin is not for 60 years above.
No, I took cardio-aspirin, and we take cardio-aspirin when you are having blood pressure till 36 weeks.
Ah, okay, because of pregnancy. Okay.
Yes, you take it till 36 weeks. That's a low dose of cardio-aspirin, maybe 100 milligram. You understand? They do give you, because when somebody is having blood pressure, there is chances for the child to die in the uterus. So they give you cardio-aspirin so that the child can be getting enough oxygen.
No, can I ask again? This one not happen for our time because me, I was so my 3 pregnancy, I was so free of now they feel okay. I won't born most of the first time, but if they pay me, I don't know hospital, not gonna check me, not they do me, they'll send me house. But when me I know you about this high blood pressure, when there's all of the director say it don't full everywhere. Eh?
It depends on lineage. It depends on lineage. Even it's not only blood pressure, they still have gestational diabetes that do happen.
That one too. That one not too. It's still there frequent now, but during my time, obviously I don't too hold. You know they like that. This diabetes person they form the cup now.
Maybe let me say then. Let me put it what I think is that maybe the people were eating more of natural food, and secondly, you know now.
My last born I just 20 years old. Let me say 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Then since we eat more of artificial now, we don't eat healthy. You will see a pregnant woman that is having blood pressure. You are eating rice, eating bread. It doesn't help. Even your dietitian will tell you rice is something that you eat minimal when you're having because if you're having gestational diabetes, from there it can link to blood pressure if it's not properly managed. You understand? Because me, I'm talking out of experience. I'm not talking of what I had from somebody. I had preeclampsia in my first pregnancy. My second pregnancy was a normal blood pressure. It was well controlled. But the last one was horrible. Even the doctors are scared. For you to know how risky it is when you're having when your blood pressure is above borderline, even the doctors are scared that they might lose both mother and child. That is
because of high blood pressure.
Yes, that is how bad it is.
Yes.
It's very, very risky, and our people should be aware that it's risky because Oyibo doctors are not God. They will only tell you what to do, and you need to have your machine at home. If somebody that is pregnant is having blood pressure, don't even think of going to the pharmacy 3 times in a week. Get your monitor at home, mostly at night when you feel any symptoms, because blood pressure does not just kill immediately. You will see there will be a sign. It's either you are having a blurred vision, or suddenly you start feeling like the doctors were asking me then if I see stars. If you're seeing something like a star while you are having blood pressure, you need to get to the hospital immediately. You need to get to the hospital
immediately. If possible, you can call the ambulance. So it's something I had. If you're having blood pressure,
everybody is with you. The woman is talking 100% true. The sister,
yes.
if everybody is with you, but she's a testimony of what happened to her now.
So you need to have your monitor at home. Wake up when you feel anything strange at night. Check your blood pressure. If it's getting to 130, 135, doctors do see it as a borderline. It's risky. It can rise at any moment to 160. So whenever they ask you to stay in the hospital, why they're asking you to stay in the hospital is for them to monitor how to increase your medication to keep the blood pressure under control. So that is just it. It's very risky, and any woman that is having too much blood pressure during pregnancy should not think of having too many kids. It's risky. It's this is
time said that even with that blood pressure, they will not allow you to born natural. You go through a Shesa session.
No, if it's well controlled, you can deliver through the normal delivery. If it's well controlled, it's only when it's out of control they will now suggest you have your baby earlier than 39 weeks. You might have your baby in 37 weeks. And if you have had a previous CS, they will not induce you to avoid a rupture of the uterus, the womb. So they will suggest that at 37 weeks, in order to save the life of the mother and the child, they will now operate the person earlier if it's not well controlled. But if it's properly controlled, that is normal, you can have your child. You can have your child through normal delivery. If it's well controlled, you can deliver normal. But if it's not well controlled, at highest 37 weeks, if there is no complication, they will deliver the person earlier or even at 37 weeks.
This is our sister nurse from America said that they even give a baby aspirin is giving. Baby aspirin is for blood circulation for the baby. They still give you baby aspirin.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's what I said. Kind of aspirin, which is
okay, not for you. It's for the baby.
To allow oxygen for blood flow to get to the baby.
Okay.
Yes.
Please, our young, this one now. A person who saying young, get BP, and they're very frequent, they're everywhere. Because no, believe me, even though says this is sweet, they want to say. Because when they told us 20 years ago, I don't know whether this kind of thing they happen or even diabetes. Because me with people, we many way we born together. We know because now I got one of my friends were born I think 3 years ago. Very young girl. They say she get diabetes because she get pregnant. So why this is so common now for young girl with his slim, he don't get body, he can't get diabetes because of pregnancy. After the pregnancy, some say the diabetes they go, but this girl now, our logo now BP, which we say people have to be informed more. Abi?
Yeah, because what I know about preeclampsia, I have studied it. I have gone online to read more. Even medically, they have not known what causes preeclampsia more.
Okay. You know that's it. That girl that died in New York, and in the UK, that YouTuber. The doctor they are still saying that they don't know what really killed her. Abi?
No, preeclampsia. The doctors have not really known the root cause of preeclampsia in pregnant women, but they say it will happen to the more of the black race, we the blacks. You understand? And I believe why women die of pregnancy in Africa is because it's not being well controlled. Yes.
Oh.
When you're in the Western world, in the advanced system, you will be shocked at so many things that they do see when a woman is pregnant. And the only thing I know is that they try their best
to educate you, to tell you the risk and the implications of your health problem while you're pregnant. But most times I will say the thing really lies on our people, because somebody that have blood pressure, you get at home, you take Coca-Cola, you take Semo, when you're having blood pressure in pregnancy, you are not helping the matter. You understand me? So in that situation, it's better you watch it. Like me, after delivery now, I'm more conscious of my
Your
food
diet,
intake.
what you eat.
Yes, my food intake, because even if it goes, you say?
No, I said what you eat.
Okay, like now, when I was, they will tell you to do baby friendly, like doing giving your child only breast milk. Then you knowing that when you eat a lot, it will help you to produce more breast milk for the baby. But in that situation, you want to save your life and save the life of your baby, because at the same time, you as a mother, you know that even when you have that blood pressure, there are chances that even when you've gone to the hospital after 3 months of delivery, everything is okay. You need to now be conscious of your lifestyle, because there is indication that in the nearest future, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, that might be something that will still come back. Maybe it's hereditary, it's hereditary. It's something that you will later have in the future. But because of pregnancy, it came up and it's worse.
Okay, come on, tell ya. Maybe they get her for family. Maybe this girl, I don't even know what they get her for family. Hey, Papa, no, mommy, where are you? Africa can DM, but DM protection. I go no say get BP. Not be one person go do test for Africa. Not be go no say get them.
Because people they don't do comprehensive tests for women in Africa. That's why a lot of people die. They do die during pregnancy. In abroad, they even try their best. In abroad, they try their best. Even sometimes you will commend the doctors. You will want to buy them gifts to appreciate them for
yeah, but they will refuse. I know.
To appreciate them for what they did, because you will even see the way they are trying to save a life of a mother and a child.
That is why I blocked this brother that was telling me that Italian doctors there. We can't need to know say Italian doctors are wicked. And before you tell me, say because you marry Igbo, they are provoking me. You are provoking me for crying out loud. Because you marry Igbo. What do you mean? That we are talking of the reality you are talking about marry Igbo. Huh?
Oh, it's not all about Italian doctors. They are nice. The only thing I found out is some of them have problem of hearing language, and secondly, when they tell you some certain things, maybe they tell you have gestational diabetes. If they tell you have gestational diabetes, what you need to do is to know if the gestational diabetes, if it's on the very high side, if it's something that is manageable, it is better that you go on diet. They go on diet if you have gestational diabetes. Doctors will tell you, do you prefer to go on diet? No, they will even force you to be on diet. It's only when they found out that you are not, the sugar is not being controlled properly, they will now ask you to be taking insulin maybe before the delivery. But the insulin is that most people take insulin while not knowing, because the doctor have told you take this dose in the morning, take in the afternoon, take in the night. But while you are taking insulin, you should also monitor your blood sugar, because there are chances that when you take your insulin, the blood sugar will go down drastically, and when it goes down, it's also a risk.
A risk.
At the end of the day, they will tell you that doctor told them to be taking injection. You that is taking injection, take your insulin and use your monitor to check properly from time to time to make sure that your blood sugar does not go too down. For me, Italian doctors, mostly when women are pregnant, they are the best.
Okay. Thank you very much. You say
Yeah.
I beg sister, okay. Thank you very much, sister.
Yeah.
Okay now. Okay, shall. Next week, we are still continuing next week. We are still continuing on this blood pressure. Sister Susan, Ever tips. You say you have it on your channel. I will visit your channel now. I will go to my pharmacy tomorrow to give me that this thing, because that's September time when I get the till now. It can't give me that herbal liquid. May they put her for water. I will ask him the name so that next week Sunday I will bring the name out. Okay. I will bring the name as once you told you have. Avoid salty food. Avoid salty food. I'm coming. Hold on. Avoid salty food. Let me write the name of this sister so that I'm going to look for her. Susan Herbal Tips. So that next week I will bring this thing. He really helped me. The doctor not prescribe drug for me. He said no. This thing where they measure, reach to give me drugs. Okay. So now the pharmacy, now the pharmaceutical person, I can't give me that drop of oil where they put for water. I don't tell where I take and reach now, but I going to control the thing, the day normal. I will tell us make it give me the name, then we'll come, I can't bring them here. If you don't want to take drugs.
Mama, you don't want to start the explain just now. The way she explain, I'm not going to tell you what they do me.
Okay, you get pregnancy now?
Huh?
You get pregnancy?
Yes. I did 5 months now. My beloved was 6 months, which is this is what we did. That's in 6 months now. I did now.
Okay, now the doctor that put you for any drugs?
Now better me for the baby now they take.
And your first pregnancy be this?
No. My second pregnancy.
Okay, the first pregnancy, you don't get that kind of symptoms.
No, the first pregnancy go when I did that injection where they give me for back when I want to put to bed for my daughter. Then when they give me that injection, I call the experience different type of thing after I born finish. But later everything they okay. But this second pregnancy, they experience a lot of things for my body. That star where she did so I didn't see that star. Mostly if I look at her like this, blood will come out from my nose.
You explain that to your daughter?
Yes, I explain now.
How do I give you any vitamin?
They give? Huh? You say?
You said only vitamin they give you. They don't give you anything for the B.
What they tell me now, they say my vitamin D is very low. Where my vitamin D is supposed to be 80, but my vitamin D got this 16. So they say they will send the vitamin D medicine for me. Then I will take one test in a week. So but for now, vitamin for the baby now they take now for now. So they must tell me say my blood, I get the disease from my blood. Say my blood not red. So my blood is black. They say I get I don't forget how they make sure that this thing where they say I get. So they say anything protein, I know the shop.
A protein, I mean, you don't go eat meat. I bet wait, they talk to you about high blood pressure. You get BP.
They tell me say yeah. They say me about my blood don't good. They say because my own go say my orgastic get the same type of blood. That means it go affect the pikin.
And they come. My people, Dennis, dove sei? Dove sei? Sta secondo dove mi ha appena cominciato l'assicurazione adesso. Ha avuto accidenti e mi hanno cominciato l'assicurazione. L'assicurazione sta aspettando. E dove la mia ha avuto accidenti. Dennis, dove sei? Mi hanno chiamato che tu hai avuto accidenti. Dove hai avuto accidenti? Con chi? Dove da solo? Cosa è successo? Fatto male? Me l'hanno giù.
Prendo più qualcosa. Non sa fare. Prendo adesso un po' più.
Hello. Una good evening. Ask her. Oh, this sister really. Wait, oh, I will give her the. I'll give her our nurse number.
Dit nummer is niet in gebruik.
Hello. Wait, make I call you with the other number. May I call you with the other number? May I put our nurse for line, eh?
Hello?
Hello, sister.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you hear about this our sister will say she get pregnancy. Okay, they yeah. Explain to her. I bet make you hear from her. Hello.
Hello?
Explain to this our nurse. Explain to her.
I said that star where she thought so. I didn't see that star. I didn't see that star. Mostly by the blue kata. So blood they come out from my nose too. I didn't express a lot of things for my body. And doctor tell me say my blood not good. Say I get too much protein for blood. My blood not be red. My blood is black. I want they tell me when they draw my blood. They say I know they could say me. I get sickness for my blood. The only medicine they give me now for medication for the baby, what they take now, which is 1p every day. And they tell me say they'll give me vitamin D. That vitamin D, I'm going to take it once in a week. And they say my vitamin D level, they're very low, now 16 instead of 18. So for that vitamin D now, I never get medicine where they take for that one.
Oh. Did they check your blood
Sometimes
pressure?
I express attack for my throat, different type of things. Now they express. Nah. If I wake up in the morning, my leg, I dey feel pain.
You tell her this one. You tell her this one to your doctor.
No.
Yes,
You're going to.
I explained
No,
it.
yeah, but
I explained that to the doctor.
you
So I get an appointment on the 19th. They say again one thing we don't give me, liquid we don't give me, I will drink her, then I'll stay their place for 2 hours. Then after that, they'll take sugar for blood. Then they'll take sugar, I take blood for my hand before they'll go share with the baby. Now what did they tell me?
Yeah, the sugar one, yeah, I think you said you are 26 weeks. Yeah, that is normal. But my issue that I have is that protein that you have in your blood. So usually when you have protein in your blood, it's the breakdown of something like kidney. So since you have an appointment, you will write out
From 1990, that is 3 weeks time. Oh.
Second, tell the doctor that you want them to check your kidney. Because if you haven't protein in your blood, that is not good. That is indicative of protein.
No, because they already tell me. But they not tell me say see medication wey they'll give me now they take. They not tell me. And they look and say maybe now because I get the now, they don't need to give me any medication before I was born.
First of all, the protein in your blood is not good. Because you usually find people with diabetes, kidney issues, they usually have protein in their blood. So that protein in your blood already indicates there is some kind of issue with the kidney. I'm not saying it's you, but I'm just saying, as medically, it shows something is not right. It's either the kidney or there is breakdown of tissue somewhere that is bringing that protein into your blood. And I definitely think if you pee also, since that protein.
Is it they said she have a black blood now? They said the blood is black. Why?
Yeah, they say my blood get disease.
They get disease black.
Yeah, but the issue is if she has protein, of course, that protein is going to make the blood black. And if you pee, what is the color of your pee too? Because the protein in your urine.
My color of my pee, it be like form of something. It's dark, very dark red.
Yeah, it's a
dark yeah.
That's not. You're going to go back now to the doctor and tell them one. Make a list. If you have pen and paper, write it down. First of all, you want them to check your blood pressure.
Okay, do you know what? Let me give you a number. You add that on WhatsApp and tell her what you should do immediately tomorrow. Because from now till the 19th is too far.
The medication one will they take for this.
No, she's not going to give you any medication. She's just going to tell you.
Because now your pee already being black. It's not good at all.
It's not good. No, let me exchange your number. You have leg pain. That is leg swelling. Your leg swell, Abi.
No, it's not swell up. I just see pain for my leg. Strange pain.
It's not good at all. Even with that ear.
And I see the star too. That blood, if I look at that blood, they come up from my nose. And I see star.
Preeclampsia too. That could be preeclampsia too. Because preeclampsia is classified into what is called HELLP syndrome. So that also can be indicative of preeclampsia as well. So they have to do more tests on you. And you have to tell them to look into all these tests.
Because I did get a very fear because I get now August now so I did very very scared.
No, you don't have to be scared now. You don't have to be scared. That is where the problem is now. You don't have to be scared.
Yeah, you're going to go to them informed. You're going to go to them informed and tell them, listen.
Okay, sister, let me give you a number.
When I asked my first baby, after I put to bed finish, then they run operation for me. They say I lose too much of blood. So they quickly rush me, go theater, go do operation for me to fix the place.
That was how many years ago? Your first baby, now how many years?
My first baby now, they go 2 years now.
I see too quick now. Why you no wait now? You get all those kind of problem just 2 years ago. You don't get on that pregnancy. It's too near now. Abi, sister.
I mean, it's based on her and her husband's decision.
And now they talk, but for having this kind of complication, please.
When I go under my first baby, they tell me somebody drink blood everything.
Make I add you for WhatsApp. Sister go send me message back. Okay, my people, my battery don't off. Now, good night.